Hello and welcome to the Men's World 10 Ball Championships from Ho Chi Minh City, Stadium 7. We have a men's first round match between HOANG and Marco SPITZKY from Germany. Hometown favorite coming up here. This is Eric Horowitz. I'm joined in the booth by Mark White. Good to be with you, Mark.
Yeah, apologies, Eric. I lost the pictures for now, but I am here. Thank you very much. We are here at the Military Zone 7 Stadium, Ho Chi Minh City. Day one of the Predator WPA Men's World 10 Ball. 96 players all looking for the trophy. Of course, $70,000. And next match, as you can see, Vietnam's #1, Hong. It's Marco SPITZKY from Germany. Usual race is to 4, best of 3 sets. Winner breaks, of course, 30-second shot clock and 1 extension each per rack. I'm Mark White, and towering above me is Big Red Eric Corlifson. So I am here, Eric. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but I'm here.
No problem. Good to be with you guys, and good to be with you, Mark. Opening miss there from Hoang. Nice save by SPITZKY. SPITZKY won one of the recent Euro Tours. Just slight miss on the kick there from Hong. Gonna be in a bad spot here again. Wanted to take away the left long rail.
I think SPITZKY done very well in the European Championships as well. I believe we were commentating on it, Eric.
Yeah, it might have been the European Championships, not a Euro Tour, but yeah. It's had some good results as of late.
As you'd expect, packed crowd here for the local favourite, Dung Quoc Hong. Sao, as he's known, or the Martian, to give him his proper nickname. He'll be looking to impress all his local fans.
Yeah, real superstar over in Vietnam. He's had some good results on the World 9-Ball Tour. Always a threat to do well in major tournaments. Misjudged this one. SPITZKY's going to have a bit of work to do on the 4.
Missed it by a whisker, didn't he, Eric? Just a whisker.
Yeah. Always so tough to judge those balls that are so far from the rail you're kicking at. Cue ball's bending towards the object ball a little bit.
Playing the 3, is he? Did he call the 3 in the side?
Nah, just another safe. I think he doesn't like the 4-9. So he's
3 foul rules, of course. 3 foul rule, Eric.
Yeah. Let's move the 4-9 now. Kind of on the wrong side of the table for a right-hander to be wanting to jump this. Tried to get up on the table there, but realized to be too off balance.
He's got to watch himself. He's over 40 now, Eric.
Nice hit.
Well received kick by the audience. They enjoyed that one. Vietnamese favourite, of course. Marco not just playing Dong Kwok Hong, that man there, he's playing the crowd also, so he's got a lot to do here, Eric.
Yeah, you can tell the crowd's going to be on his side. Five's got about a half pocket past the 9, but not much distance to the pocket.
Yeah, maybe could even play the 4 off of the 9 and move the 9, Eric, if he wants to risk it. I know when you say possibly, you don't like my idea. I've learned, I know you by now. He might even play short side on the 5.
Yeah, he's actually got on a funny angle here. The reason I don't like going off the 9 is because the 9 could play into the 5. The 5 is actually in a good spot, so I think he'll just try to cheat the right side of the pocket. Get as straight as he can on the 5 here. You're right.
Well, what do I know?
He's taking on the 5.
If you say enough things, Eric, you'll be right. You'll be right once, won't I?
Got a little funny here. I think with a player like Hoang, you got to really take advantage of your chances. Just played safe. Didn't get it either.
Reminds me a little bit of
here
Stefan.
for Hoang.
He reminds me of Stefan Kasper a little bit in his game as well, in his stroke, also from Germany. I'm sure they're friends and have played a lot together over the years. It's not there. So a very nervy start from Dong Kwok Hong. Maybe he's feeling the pressure of the local support.
Yeah, 2 missed balls already, 1 misjudged kick, so a few mistakes here in the first rack.
That's nice from SPITZKY.
Yeah, nicely underneath it here. Can get some movement going up table towards the 7.
Plenty of other matches in progress. I thought I was on the Shane Van Boning game. I mixed it up. But Van Boning has taken the opening rack in that one against Tuan Nguyen. 1-1 Ruslan Chinnikov. Actually, she's gone 2-1 to Michael Feliciano. Feliciano, a tremendous player, Eric, isn't he? From the Philippines.
Yeah, field player. One of those kind of X-factor players. If things are going well for him, can really be a threat.
You saw he had lots of spin on that, but it didn't really grab on the rail. Cloth still relatively new, of course. This is day 4. So this 10 ball to take a very nervy opening rack from them both. Eric, let's just go through a few more of the matches in progress, guys. Gerson Martinez Boza from Peru. He's 1-1 with Lin Tai Li. Christopher Tevez against Carl Amorotto. Now that's a mouth-watering prospect. Stephen Holem up against Alex Montpellier from France. Kachi, not Eklund, but his brother, is in action against another Filipino, David Zalman, and it's Kachi who's taken the opening one. In that one, Ko Pin-Yi is up against Jinyu Dang, and that is a great match. That you may remember, Jinyu Dang just been in the final of the China Open. So plenty of good games going on, guys, and you can now watch any of these games you want live as they happen. I believe it's the first time in history outside of Europe. I think Kazoo have done it before, but Pro Billiard TV offering every single game. So choose your poison, guys. Here we go. Rack number 2. SPITZKY in control.
Big snap there. Ball down, no shot on the 1. Yeah, along with those results that you were talking about, Federer Gors went down in the first round in straight sets to Jonas Suto. Jonas played a great match.
I actually watched the whole match. I heard you and George on the commentary for it. Great game, and I thought that's the best I've ever seen Jonas Suto Comino play. I mean, I thought he was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, took advantage of every mistake. Federer was a little unlucky on the break, hitting it well, but just not making a ball. Had a chance to win the first set. Things just went a little sideways in the Hill game, but Suto played great.
Yeah, so Fedor being sent to the left side of the draw very, very early on, but as we know, it doesn't always stop him. He's got to the World Championship final of the 9-ball after losing his first match and then just scraping through on the Hill in his second match on the loser's side. Went on to reach the final and actually win it. Reached the final there 2 years running.
Yeah, pocketing window here for Marco. Tough to get ideal on the 2. If he runs into the 9, could play well.
Found the window there as well, Eric.
Yeah. Might be resigned to taking the carom here. Ideally, we'll want to slow the 2-ball down near the short rail.
He just might be a little bit close to the cushion, mightn't he, if he plays the carom here. So doesn't want the 2 to run too far. Kind of wants to drop the 7-ball in dead weight. Well, he's missed it. What a chance now that is. That's a little bit surprising, Eric. I didn't think that was missable, to be honest. I was just worried about the 2 so much, I think.
Yeah, he would have had to draw it a little more and then hit it with a little more speed. Just kind of worrying about the placing of 3 balls there. Easy to lose track of things. Nice play there from Hong. Such an unassuming player, just has kind of a quiet presence at the table. But deadly.
Oh, he's been running deep in lots of tournaments, hasn't he, recently? Plays a nice, simple game. Overran this just a little bit.
Yeah, just wants to avoid the 9-10 coming back up table. There's room on the left side.
Yeah, I like playing this with some inside left spin here, Eric. Staying away from the traffic, which he's done. Judged that really well. That was a great shot, wasn't it? That was a lot more difficult than it looked.
Yeah, anytime you can play the following angle or the following angle with spin, you want to favor that over a stun. Good play there. Just kind of floats around the table a little bit, kind of nonchalant.
Yeah, it's the right word for him. He's very unassuming, isn't he? Just strolls around, floats around, doing his thing. Cues very nicely, very sweet stroke, doesn't overhit. Stays nice and still. Beautifully done. That'll make him feel much better. Had a little bit of an edgy first rack, but certainly made up for it there. Now then, Casper Matakainen is in action as well against Vietnamese Phum Nom Pham. And the Finnish guy, 2-1 down there.
Yeah, Casper's been having some good results as of late, too. Look for him to possibly make a big statement.
Van Boning now 2-1 up after Nguyen drew level. Well, here's some breaking news for you. Ko Pin Yi goes through because Jinhu Dang has forfeited for whatever reason. Maybe he's got some visa issues or travelling issues, but it's a forfeited match, so it's an easy one. It would have been a very, very difficult one for Ko Pin Yi. They know each other very well. But it's the man from Taiwan that goes through by default.
Tough combo here. Early 10s aren't a win in WPA rules. No other offensive shot available. Can play off the left side and play the cue ball back near the 4 if he wants to play safe. Smarter shot there. Doesn't want to hit the 5. Chance here for Hoang. Got to play some left spin to make sure the cue ball doesn't play back towards the 4 too much. Handball's blocking the most obvious pocket for the 3, so it'd be taking it in the left side pocket. Wanted to be a little straighter here. Cue ball's running a little too far to the right as far as the following angle. It's a tricky spot. If he has an extension, he's shooting quick, so he has an idea. It's tough, though. If he has an extension, expect him to take it here.
He's looking as if he was going to play it with a lot of draw left-hand spin, trying to come around the back of the 4 for a second.
Yeah, he has to do something creative like that.
Between the rail and the 5, I think he's going to be going. Just watch this for a shot. 3 rails. Caught the 5. But it's worked out pretty okay, Eric, after catching the 5 on the way round. That's what he was worried about, but has played it very well.
Yeah, nice shot there. Rest of the rack looking pretty good.
Nice little double kiss bump on the 8 as well. Maybe it's his night, Eric. Things starting to go his own way.
Yeah, hasn't played too many Pro Billiard Series events. We'll see how he's able to adapt to the breaking stipulations. Short race format too. Really have to be under pressure every game in this format.
SVB now 3-1 up on the hill in his first set. All these scores, guys, are available on ProBilliardSeries.com. All the different events, the event calendar, live scores, money, schedules. It's the second little bump he's had on the ball. This one not quite so bad. Nice friendly one. So this to take a 2-1 lead. Do love his stroke.
Yeah, hits the ball with a lot of finesse, keeps the speed down. Usually a good recipe for success.
You can say the Martian has landed. He's 2-1 up now. Now then, I love to give my little facts about where we are. And we are in Vietnam, of course. Now, did you know that Vietnam uses resistant plastic money that is almost always brand new when it's dispensed from their ATM machines? Their primary colours are greens and blues for their notes, but be careful of the blues in particular, because the 500,000 note can be mistaken for a 20,000 note very, very easily. I wondered why that taxi driver was so grateful when I gave him his tip.
Yeah, we actually have plastic money up here in Canada too. Blue, green, red, and brown. 4 colors. And purple, actually.
As long as you're not colourblind, Eric, you should be fine. Actually, your friends told me you never spend any. I don't know if that's true or not. You know I'm only joking with you, my friend. So, dry break.
Yeah, I just want to get another view of how direct the bank is here. Definitely an option. It's called the side.
Eric, I think.
Big shot in the first set here for SPITZKY. He's got it. Doesn't want to be straight here. Looks like he has the smallest angle going to the right, but he's really going to have to power through this, and the cue ball is going to be playing towards the 4-8. Tough spot.
Well, I think there's some Germans in the audience as well, because he got a nice round of applause for that bank shot. I think he's just off straight, Eric. Oh, but these middle pockets, we've been seeing problems with them all week, haven't we, Eric? Very, very tight.
Yeah. You can almost forget shooting the ball into the pocket at that speed. I understand why he did. He was just so straight he kind of needed to, but look how perfectly he targets this and just not even close. Completely rejected it.
Access denied. 10-second warning going off, so the Martian causes extension.
Yeah, I might be considering playing the 3 off the 9 here. Looks like he is.
Two tournaments going on at the moment, guys. We've got the Women's Saigon 9-ball open, which of course you don't have to call pocket, but this is 10-ball. You do have to call pocket. No early 10s in WPA World Rules. Has to be the last ball. I think it's fair to say it's the pros' favourite game, Eric, 10-ball.
Yeah, and I think they're really gravitating towards this hand rack stuff too, because they know they're going to get a shot. Oh, that played well. Cue ball's going a little too far to the right here, but he can slow it down.
You may remember Anton Raga's shot 6 off the 7 in the final of the European Open against David Al-Qaidi. He just didn't hit it hard enough, and there you might have noticed that Dong Kwok Hong hit that one quite hard, didn't he, to make sure that he made it. It was a similar shot.
Yeah, when you hit it hard like that, it kind of comes back off the ball. He knew that it was possible to miss it in the top side of the pocket, so he's played some speed there.
Yeah, I mean this in a nice way. I think the night that Anton Raga missed that shot, he actually showed everyone how not to play the shot without sounding cruel, if you know what I mean. He just hit it too soft, and everyone was trying the shot the day after and playing it with more pace and making it. I remember I was in Sharks in Philippines, and Carlo Biardo was actually showing everyone, and I made a video of him explaining how to play that shot. Of course, Carlo, our reigning world champion. He is here looking to defend that title. Already won a big one this year. $250,000. Another 70,000 wouldn't go wrong, would it, Eric? Nice prize money, 70,000. I think it's total 475,000.
Yeah, having a great last 2 years. People don't realize that he's a little up there in age too. He looks young, but he's in his 40s. One of the most successful players in their 40s. Didn't call the 10, so he'll be putting him back in here, I think.
Yeah, just explain that rules to people, please, Eric, that may not watch 10-ball that often.
Yeah, so you can only call one ball. He thought in that case the higher percentage ball to call was the 6. In fact, he was trying the 6, just banked it too sharply, made the 10. So when a ball is fluked in, the incoming player has the option to either take the shot or not. In this case, definitely putting him back in because the 9 was blocking the 6.
Thank you for that, Mr. Hallefson. Very well explained.
But at the same time, if you ever have a chance to make something, you should always call it, because you would want to be the one having the first option at what the following shot will be. Oh, another miss from Huang. Got a little lucky with the 10 ending up near the 8. Will be carom options onto the 10. Just gonna make a comment here relative to Huang making a couple mistakes, but I noticed that he didn't play in the mixed doubles event. I think players are going to start playing in that more and more often, just to kind of, at worst case, view it as a warm-up event. Like shots like that he just missed there, that's just kind of underjudging the deflection.
I just wondered, I thought I saw his name in the doubles, but maybe it wasn't him because I never saw him playing on the match tables at all. And you'd think that he would have been on one of the TV tables, being who he is, Vietnam's #1. So, yeah, you're probably right there, Eric. He didn't play in the Scotch doubles.
No chance to get coverage here. SPITZKY can play the same shot, but he'd be looking for something a little more aggressive.
Yeah, I thought he may be taking this on, but he's going in behind the 8, isn't he?
Yeah, just playing the same shot.
He's played this bad. Yeah, same shot.
It's very tough to get behind the 9, and both players have felt they can't get behind the 8-10. When balls are really close to the rail, like frozen, they're tough to get right behind, so he might even play the same shot again here.
Maybe just cross it over slightly. Yeah.
It's going to be a competition of who messes up this shot first here, Mark. Like the same shot 3 times in a row.
Real game of cat and mouse, this, isn't it?
Same shot again. I don't know if I've ever seen the same shot played 4 times, and he mishit the speed here.
Yeah, this is a chance for Duong Quoc Hong. He can get on the 8 ball. If he gets right on the centre spot kind of area, I believe he's got a shot at it. Maybe not. Could play a carom off the 8 onto the 10. Again, the 10 would be respotted.
Yeah, the 8 is makeable from the middle of the table, but the position would be a little too tough.
Or maybe just send the 8 around the angles now, Eric, and hold that cue ball in behind the 10. Well, no, he can actually see it to pot it.
Yeah, he actually got on the perfect pocketing angle here.
Yeah, that was the problem. This is nasty. No shot here. Just the safety, Eric. 9 in the middle of the top rail. Cue ball in the middle of the bottom rail. He's called the corner, but I'm sure it's just an encased call, isn't it, Eric?
I don't know why he'd bother calling it if he was playing safe, but oh, you mean the left corner? Did he call?
Yeah.
Oh, he tried to bank it in.
He did try and bank it.
Well, took a shot at the win there.
Could have been worse. Van Boning taken the first set against Thanh Nguyen. First set also to Michael Feliciano against Ruslan Chinnikov. Chinnikov did play in the China Open. Great to see him. We have another forfeit. Stephen Ho Lem did the same actually at the China Open. Didn't show up at the China Open. And he's also...
he actually got food poisoning as he was traveling over. Unfortunate. Flew all the way to China. Just couldn't kick it, so he ended up going home. Surprised he was still in the draw. Must have been just been a miscommunication somehow that he wasn't able to make it.
Yeah, maybe he was hoping he could. Oh, what a bank. The crowd loved that one. The crowd enjoyed that. They absolutely pull crazy in Vietnam. You think they're fanatical in Philippines. You want to go to the Vietnam as well. He's going... Oh, he's got to bank it. Oh, they're going to go mad at that one. Raising the roof in Ho Chi Minh City. Let's keep that roof on, guys. We need it. We've got a long way to go yet. about that, Eric?
No reaction, just back to his seat, ready for the next rack.
Yeah, I see on some videos all the other players are playing some practical jokes on Dong Quoc Hong. That was the bank he tried first. It went wrong. And then what a bank that was. That sent the fans into a frenzy. And that one, well, you'd think he'd won the tournament. They're loving it, look. That's right. Enjoy yourselves, guys. I think it's free to get in there, isn't it, Eric? Predator don't normally charge, do they, to get into to watch the games?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in the past, so I would assume they would keep it the same.
If anyone says anything, guys, if anyone says anything, just say, give them Eric Hallefson's name. You're there. He's +1. They'll let you in, no problem. He's got a lot of sway as Eric Hallefson. Yeah, unlucky on the scratch there. Hit them well, Eric.
Yeah, I crossed it over a little bit. Toughest positional shot's going to be from the 5 to the 6. 6 passes in the bottom left if he wants. Right middle as well. No straight here. Looks like he could be drawing back into the 5. Avoided it nicely. I don't mind playing the 6 in the bottom left. There's just more room over there. Speed control would have to be perfect if he plays it in the side. It's pretty good on the 5 though, so his choice of position here.
He's got quite a big gap there, hasn't he, to play through. Just anywhere sort of within 6 inches of the side pocket is fine. Yeah, there you go. Perfect line.
Yeah, he's got the speed down now.
He's not going without a fight. This is for 3-2. Best of 3 sets, races to 4. Winner breaks. Just slightly the wrong side of the 8 ball. I have to move the cue ball a little bit from 9 to 10.
He's okay here. Cue ball playing naturally into the short rail. Bit of left spin coming back.
Just have to watch the middle pockets, don't you, when you're playing that left spin if you get too much on it. Let's listen to the applause this time. There you go. They're just lovers of the game. Now, look at that. I thought that was Darren Appleton for a second. Darren is here.
Looks like him at a quick glance, yeah.
Piers Labutis is here, and he's won the first set against Mahmoud, I beg your pardon, Mahmoud Ibrahim Sharif. Piers Labutis has taken the first set and the first rack in the second set. Kasper Matikainen has lost the first set to Phum Nom Pham from Vietnam. Yeah, Ruslan Chinnikov in bad trouble a set down and 2 down in the second set. Shane Van Bonen 1 set and 1 rack up in the second set leads. Biardo will play tomorrow, and he'll be up against, well, who did I mention earlier that this German reminded me of? Stefan Kasper. That's who he'll be playing, so we'll be able to compare his game, Eric, with this young man. He plays 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. The reigning champion, Carlo Biardo.
7 ball down, shot on the 1, so chance to make it hill here.
Yeah, we also had 16 qualifiers, didn't we, Eric, from 96 players that entered qualification for this tournament. Few Filipinos were in it.
Yeah, about 7 of the 16 qualifiers were Filipinos.
Yeah, some big matchups coming tomorrow. Alex Pegelein up against Maritz Neuhausen. Stefan Kasper Biardo, as I said. Petri Makinen up against Wojtek Shevchuk. That's a tough one. Mohamed Soufi, the Syrian sidewinder, as Eric calls him, is up against another great Filipino, Jonas McPantai, and Fracasso Werner. Lucas, of course, is up against Oliver Schnellnocki. That's a tough one. And Robbie Capito is up against Mario He. That's a tough one. They're all first-round matches, guys.
Yeah, star-studded field here this week. Going to be a battle even to make it to the final 32.
Oh, dear,
I want to catch the sticks there.
Wow, that's unlucky. Well, not unlucky, but he was going so well. As you say, didn't want to catch the 6, was trying to draw past that. Just flicked the 6 ball. Well, this is how you like it, Eric, isn't it? Let your opponent do most of the work, and you come in and pot the last 5.
Yeah, kind of an odd set. Hoang really created something for himself, making those 2 banks in rack number 4. But he did have a couple mistakes. Got away with it, though.
So this 10 ball to take the first set after trailing 1-0. Yeah, the crowd enjoying that one. Dong Quoc Hong from Vietnam. Just explaining. He's allowed 5 minutes, I think he said. Of course, we have the women's matches going on at the moment as well, and some great lineups in that also. Cesca Centino will play Xia Liu. What a match that's going to be. Well, I definitely think that's going to be on one of the TV tables. Well, of course it will, because they're all available on TV. But what a match that is. And I'm just looking, Eric, it's going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Xia Liu, and it's going to be on table 1, this table, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Cesca Centino against Xia Liu. Oh. Rubelin Amit in action as well against Yuki Hiraguchi. Christina Takach comes into the tournament against Nung Kyu. Pia Fila Yen V Dong. Mighty Reparo Jasmine Ocean will play young American Kennedy Mayman. Chao Che-yu will play her fellow country lady, Shui Jingjiang. Kelly Fisher also playing. Lots and lots of great matches, guys, to come over the next few days. Anything jumping out at you there, Eric, on the stats side?
Yeah, SPITZKY had to play 10 safes in the set. That's a lot for one set. No break-in runs in the first set.
I'll give you another stat. The ladies in Vietnam are looking very, very lovely. I think a very high percentage of them, if not all of them, are very, very, very attractive. There you go. So let's just wait for the players to come back, guys. And we'll be back with the second set. Eric Hallefson and myself, Mark White. We'll see you soon. As we look around this big arena, there's Shane Van Boning. Oh, it was Shane Van Boning. That isn't Shane Van Boning, of course. So both our players are back. Just waiting for our referee to return, get proceedings underway in this second set with the Vietnamese leading by that 1-0. Shane Van Boning a set up and 2 games up in his match over against Toan Nguyen. Wassam Hamam is 3-0 up in the first set, also against Nguyen Van Huynh. We need a referee. We're going to have to yellow card the referee if he doesn't come back within the 5 minutes, Eric. There he is. So, second set to break first will be Marco SPITZKY. And of course, it's winner breaks from here on in this set. Let's get this second set underway at the 2025 Predator WPA Men's World 10 Ball Championships.
What do you see, Eric? Good power, getting some good results on the break. Not too much angle here on the 2. 4 balls tied up with, I believe, the 8 over on the right long rail. It's the 6. Cue ball's kind of running into the 7 here. I think he can just get through it. Good shot.
He's going to have to play. I'm not sure if the 4 passes the 6, does it? Into the side of the 8, maybe?
Yeah, it's the big question of the rack here. Little tough to tell. It's definitely close. He went over on the angle to shoot it directly in.
Doesn't look like it from here, does it? It's got to be just a safety, hasn't it, surely? Or is he playing the 6? What has he called, Eric?
I didn't hear.
No,
Yeah,
just
no
a
call
safety.
because he was playing safe the whole way. Gonna have to be 2 rails out of this one for Huang. This one looks a little long. Must be there though.
Yeah, needs to think about this. Needs the extension. Four in the corner. Let's see. He'd just love to send it around the table, if anything. Try and leave the cue ball this side. Oh, it's gone wrong.
Yeah, not going to count here. Called the top left corner pocket. Left it a little funny.
It was a good hit though, Eric, wasn't it? Good solid strike. Unfortunate to make it.
Had a chance to create some distance. Good shot there from SPITZKY. He'll be able to lay the 7 over the side pocket here.
He's a good shot maker, isn't he, Eric? SPITZKY.
Yeah, it looks like he has a kind of an aggressive style. Hits the ball at a bit of a higher speed a lot of the time.
Played this very well indeed. Very well. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm surprised he just didn't try to lay it over the same pocket that the 8 was in. Was too worried about it rolling off into the 9, I guess. But he's in trouble here. He's going to have to bank the 9, I think. Just wants to make sure he can get past. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, for a second, it looked like it was going to be perfect, and then all of a sudden, is he hooking in behind the point here? No, he could make it, but couldn't get any position, of course. Bit similar, Eric, to the last rack in the last set. Same positioning.
Yeah.
The 9 ball. 7 ball didn't last as long as it did in the last rack, though. Yeah, short. Seen it banking short, Eric, haven't we, all week?
Yeah, both players just trying to keep the other player off the table, taking some offensive chances, and I don't blame them. You know, these players are too good to just lay that ball in the middle of the short rail. Huang looks like they'll be taking game 1 of set number 2 and inching towards the finish line here.
Just take you around the room again. Shane Van Boning on the hill now in the second set. Double hill against Ton Nguyen. West Ham did take the first set. Ruslan Chinahov, quite a comeback. He's come back from 2-0 down to 2-2 now in the second set, having lost the first. Claudio Cacci going very well against David Zalman from, I think actually it's from, yeah, I thought it looks very, very similar, doesn't it? The Filipino flag and the Czech flag are very, very similar. There's just a little gold bit in the middle of the Filipino flag. So it's David Zalman from Czech Republic. He's a set down and 2 games down to Kledio Kaci, who's had a rather good season himself, Eric, isn't he? Eklund's younger brother. You could say he's actually been playing better pool than his older brother.
Yeah, made it all the way to the semifinals of the World Pool Championship, one of the toughest tournaments in the world to win. He's only about 20, Mark, is that right? One of the youngest players on tour.
Yeah, if at all he's 20. He might even be younger.
18.
Yeah, I think he's 18, to be honest.
Yeah, really bright future ahead for him.
He's actually just turned 19.
Okay. Spitsky wanted him to get him a little more locked up behind the 7 here. He has covered the 1 ball with the 3. See if Hoang has real first options here. I think he does. I didn't be able to see the whole ball. Had to leg it in dead weight. Nice shot. Really got to trust the table on those type of shots. Make sure you don't decelerate.
This is a shot that shows his stroke up very nicely. Effortless, beautiful, controlled.
Yeah. Sorry, Mark.
No, go ahead, mate. It's okay.
I was just going to say, he has the type of stroke where he's able to hit that ball at the minimum speed. You know, like so much distance, drawing the ball. A lot of players, they kind of have to struggle through that, have to force it, but such good timing in his stroke. He's able to keep the speed down there.
Yeah, and of course, being able to do that gives the ball that every chance of dropping, Eric, doesn't it? So, such a great part of the game, such a great weapon to have in your armour if you can just stroke those balls like that and still, create work on the cue ball at the same time. It was just a stunning shot, beautiful. Well, it was a drawing shot, actually, not stunning.
Looking good here on the last 5 balls.
He's just starting to get on top now, Eric, isn't he?
Yeah, just needs to get something going on the break. That's the one thing that's eluding him a little bit, but playing well now. Nicely played, nice and close to the 9 here.
Perhaps they're watching us, Eric. They're watching it on YouTube and listening to our commentary, maybe. Brushing up on their English. They're supposed to be in school, really, but they're saying to their teacher, we're doing English extracurricular. That was a great shot. That was beautiful. cue ball on a dime. Or a dong, as I should say. A Vietnamese dong. $100 is about 1.2 million dong. We'll all be millionaires when we go there, Eric. They're all millionaires that live there.
Look at this. Totally changing up the break. Very rarely see players break off the back rail. Different attack angle.
This is the break that Joshua Filler used, wasn't it, to win the World 8 Ball last year in New Zealand. Breaking off the back rail.
No one's really tried to replicate it. I'm kind of surprised. It's tough to hit well. That's part of the problem. Got to be a very talented player to kind of get the pop on the cue ball when you're off the back rail like that. But good choice. Made one. Shot on the one.
Well, I'm far from talented, but I always use the back rail when I break because I can't do the loop bridge because a certain Eric Hallefson has never taught me. Last time I was in Canada, I went all the way to Canada for lessons and I never got one lesson. I did get an offer, though, of a ride from Elise, didn't I? Do you remember? For the Mika Immonen.
I do remember.
You remember that?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually it's a much easier bridge to execute, but just to hit it at a very high level, especially on a 9-foot, you're giving up about 3 feet from the head string to the back rail where the cue ball is. He made one there, though, so see if he continues with it. Open up the pocket nicely, moving the 7 there. Rack's fairly open. Eight ball, little block by the 9. If he ends up getting straight on the 7, he can play into the short side of the 8.
Beautiful
straight here.
Oh, he's too straight, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have to power up 2 rails forward. That's if he has any angle going to the left.
I didn't actually see the 4 ball, Eric. I thought the 5 ball was next. Oh, look at this. Look at the amount of reverse spin he had on that. What a shot he's played there. Low left. Reversing the spin off of the rail. Coaxing it down towards the 4 ball, and he's got a decent shot at this 4 now, Eric. Looking good to get on the hill, double hill.
Yeah, that was another shot there that most players would just kind of get a little brutish at it and just like use the speed to create the spin on the cue ball, but he uses finesse so well, even at higher speeds, like still hit that one almost medium speed and got 8 feet of travel out of the cue ball. Too much angle here. Might need some right spin, but looks like he's okay. Going to be resigned to taking angle on the 7, but that's okay as well. Just come across, 8 in the same pocket.
Right spin just checks the cue ball slightly, Eric. Yes, just holds the line a little bit more instead of widening.
Yeah, slows it down a little bit too.
Does he have the angle to come into the nudge the 9 away here? No,
I don't think he'll bother.
No need.
Yeah.
That's the snooker player in me, Eric. Always want to nudge little balls out of the way. Beautiful stuff here from the Martian. He's playing like he's from a different planet.
Yeah, look for HOANG to be one of the main contenders this week. He's going to have the crowd on his side too.
Yeah, it's like having an extra man in your corner, isn't it, really? When you've got all the crowd rooting for you. We've been to plenty of these events, Eric, and it can get pretty noisy in these arenas. You're very, very close to the players. Biggest crowd we've seen so far. And I believe there's seating all the way along one side as well of this particular room. I think I saw the build. There was actually seating all the way around the outside, I thought I saw. You know, like a kind of like a basketball stadium kind of thing.
Yeah, there is some upper seating where you can view the outside table. Same spot here.
Yep, it worked last time, so why shouldn't it work again if you hit the same place? Okay, the rack might not be quite the same, but there's the 8-ball. Oh, the 8-ball was going. That was the ball that went last time. I think it's the second ball from the back of the pack, Eric.
Yeah, it goes one rail up to those top pockets. 4-railer almost went too. Had a little less pop on the cue ball that time.
I like that layout, though. Just needs a good starter, don't you? Oh, he's overhit this by some distance. This could be it, guys. Yeah. This could be the end of the road. Well, not the end of the road, but certainly a trip to the one lost side for Marco SPITZKY sat there. He'll be fearing the worst. Probably
things started to go bad for. Likely, yeah, it's a little tough on the side. Things just started going bad for him when he scratched off the 6 in game number 6 of the first set. Had a chance to make it hill there. Wong's picked up his play a little too.
Wow.
Nice ball.
That was a long way out. Didn't even threaten the points. Certainly poker-faced. You never know what he's thinking. Don Gok Hong.
To avoid the 9 coming back up for the 4. Not going to be able to hold it here. Yeah, going to have to come underneath it to the long pocket. Could run into the 6, but I think that's too risky. I didn't really like drawing that ball. I think he was worried that if he went down the right long rail that he might scratch in the bottom right corner pocket, but it hasn't worked out here.
Oh dear, this could be the end. didn't get nicely onto the 4, which was the start of the problems.
Yeah, it's going to be it for this one. Barring some unforeseen mistake. Huang missed a few balls. No easy ones, but just has to clean up the pocketing a little bit. Shown that he's open to adapting on the break. Started off on the side rail, went to the back rail.
Yeah, started off a little bit shaky, but has just got better and better as it's gone on. And as you mentioned, didn't play in the doubles, so it's his first time on the tables, getting used to the speed and the rails and all the stuff like that. But this 9 and the 10 ball should be all she wrote for today. But we will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. with more women's 9 ball action and more men's world 10 ball action. So a very satisfied home Vietnamese crowd, the handshakes all round. Thank you so much to Eric Hallefson and myself. From me, Mark White, it's good night for now, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ta-da.